Okay, so just going to go over another trading review here. Today is March 2nd. Taking a look at JWN, Nordstrom. Yeah, this was called Nordstrom. Yeah, it's too fancy for me, I guess. I can't afford to go there. But yeah, they had earnings. Actually, let's take a look at it here. So as you can tell here, we had some great earnings down here. This thing just wanted a bull run all day today. Nice volume too. 12 was that 1200% Arval. That's amazing. So the real trade of the day really was to catch it down here at S3 and ride it all the way up. Yesterday Joe was mentioning how as it sells off, if it has a good catalyst or as it sells off in the pre-market, it's really good to try and consider catching it long after that. I'm assuming if it gaps down and then buys up in the pre-market, you're going to look for a sell-off after that. So if I had been paying more attention, that would have been the entry rate there. Possibly even just using pre-market low as my stop and trying to get in somewhere around here. Maybe ideally losing the average, but anyways, let's go back to my trade. So my style basically was trying to catch a reversal. I was thinking to myself, this thing has great earnings, it's gapped up hugely, at some point it's going to start turning around. Should have been a little more smart about it, seeing a huge bullish run like this, knowing that it's probably going to find an accepted value at a new high, and also pretty wide for the cam. So to do a full S3 to R3 traverse would have been quite heroic there. But the trade that I did take, so the L2 is definitely not in my favor, but as we come over here, you can see I got in right here short at that would be 7:21 my time, and pretty proud of how I handled this trade actually. So what happened was I got in short right here where we 7:21. So right here. So I kind of saw this double top happening here on the 1 minute chart. There's obviously a seller here holding the price down. We had a big drop, obviously, as we're struggling. Not a whole lot of volume, but a slight increased volume. And then obviously a buyer steps in right here. And then a lower high. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's a really good sign. We're not able to even push back to where we were before. It gets bought up right here again. So obviously holding this level. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, we put in another lower high. We failed to get above again, and we have a bit of volume. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not really much volume at all. But we did have bigger volume here on this upside down hammer, bigger volume here on this upside down hammer. So I'm thinking to myself, there's obviously a seller up here. We're struggling to get through. Nice move down, lower high, move down, lower high. It's kind of putting in this descending triangle. Let's get this mixed up. And so 7:21 right here, we break the moving average, the 20 moving average, and I believe we put in a new 5-minute low. Those are kind of my entry signals right there. Where are we here? Yeah. So 7:20. Yes, we put in a new low here. And we had lost the moving average. So I kind of took that as my signal to get in. Now that I think about it, I mean, we kind of broke the new low quite a bit up here. Where is that on the chart over here? So this would have been what, 27.13. Why is that not showing up here? Oh, sorry, no, I'm way, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm way down here. Okay, so let's kind of redo this here. So yeah, where are we? 7. That's right. I'm getting confused because on here it actually shows the correct time, but on my chart it doesn't. So anyways, yeah, so as soon as we broke through here, I believe, was the 774, 2574. Yeah, I'm just looking on the chart here. We lost the moving average. I got in right about here. So I think as we lost this, not losing the wick, but losing this, as you can tell, the stock, kind of came down a little bit. Didn't really, I think I maybe was at 1R. So I had a short stop right above here. And instead of letting the stop come all the way back up, we came down here, we broke down through here, and we had a little bit of a volume push, but no follow through. That wasn't good. Got right back above VWAP, started chopping right at VWAP, and as soon as we started breaking here, I got out right about, I got out right here, like right before this big move started happening right here. Was this 741? So it should be around 1041. Yeah, that's right when I got out. So I saw the sign. I was like, this isn't going the way that I wanted to. We didn't have that follow through here. So I just exited out of the trade for a 0.3. And then as you can tell, I just made a beautiful move upwards. I was also looking at the SPY as this was going on. Let's see if I can pull the SPY here. And the SPY also put in a double top, so I wasn't sure what way the SPY was going to go today. Obviously, the market's pretty crazy and pretty wild right now with everything going on in the Ukraine. But Powell was speaking, and they talked about raising the interest rates. So as you can see right here in the beginning of the day, this is kind of the time frame I'm looking at here. Put in a nice double top. As soon as Powell started speaking at 10-2, this thing just started selling off like crazy. And then it kind of caught a bottom here. So in hindsight, where did I get in? Right here. In hindsight, if I was watching this a little more closely, I should have considered this a lot more. It obviously came down, found a bottom right near the opening price range and failed to get through. If it had a broke through, that would have been great, but obviously didn't. And then just bull move straight up all day long. As you can see, that's a beautiful candle there, kind of finishing right at the top. So we'll see what tomorrow has to bring. Definitely happy with finding a stock that had a catalyst here. Definitely happy with exiting once my plan wasn't working the way that I wanted it to. Probably could have done a lot better with the VPA. And another huge takeaway is, trying to catch the reversal. I mean, if the stock looks like it's going to be bullish, looking to take it bullish wherever the stock is
market data connection lost.
Taking that pivot and going up. If it's opening down low and the pivot's wanting to go long, if it's opening behind the pivot's wanting to take it short. Obviously, unless it's an outside day, but waiting for it to be down here. This was my original plan. Waiting for it to be down here, going all the way up to S3, and then looking to short at S3. Thinking to myself, okay, it's already gapped out so much. How much higher can this thing go? When it does start to peter out, I want to be there to catch it. Maybe on the first day after earnings, probably not the best, but waiting for the price to come all the way up here to take my move. I mean, it does happen, I guess. I don't have enough experience to really say, but that's a pretty intense move. So this would have been the move here, especially on a stock like this. But had it opened up here, maybe I could have looked at taking it short, unless it was maybe an outside day. But yeah, just if I'm gonna wait for a stock to make a full traverse and then reverse, one, I need some way better signals. I mean, you can tell when this thing had a huge, right here. What was this? This is where the stock started petering out here. Boom, right there. What happened here? Yeah, I hit a huge seller here. This thing came all the way back down. So obviously we hit a huge seller up here, and this is basically where it said value. It kind of dropped off a little bit after that and just kind of chopped around here for the rest of the day, finishing out. So that could have been a nice little short down, perhaps. But yeah, that was when we had some real volume. The only other volume we had around that size was when it was making its move upwards. So definitely, if I'm going to try and do the reversal, there's got to be huge clear signs. And I don't know if I have the time only trading an hour or two in the morning to wait for it to make a move like that. If after an hour it's up here, then sure, okay. But ideally, wherever it's closest to in the cams, that's where I want to be taking it. And I think, just that patience of waiting for the right signals, understanding where stock is in the cams, and probably looking at improving my stock selection, actually. I'm pretty happy with this stock. Having a catalyst, I could have taken it here. That would have been the great trade.
Market data connection
also lost. Knowing how maybe getting a little better on some ABCD patterns would have been good as well. But anyways, there's my review for the day. Hope everyone had a great day.